Hello friends, and welcome back to day 2 of the Stay Home Reading Rush. As you can see, it is dark outside, and that is not because I'm up super early. It is because it's evening. And I don't know what this is. I'm sorry. This is what happens when I air dry my hair. So I'm coming to you post evening shower. That explains whatever this is. So today I have been reading plenty. Actually, I've read a lot, I think. And I have been filming a little bit, just kind of clips of me reading to prove to you that it's happening. But given that Blair is working from home at the moment, we're very lucky that he has a stable job and he has the opportunity to work from home. He does, however, have a lot of meetings, which means that it's hard for me to kind of catch a moment where I can talk to you guys, talk to the camera. So I have not been doing a lot of that today, but hopefully I'll have more of an opportunity to tomorrow and day 4, given that it's now the weekend. Also, I wanted to make this a little bit more fun because I know that my reading vlogs don't do super well on my channel because I'm not a booktube channel as much as I wish I was. But the people who do tend to watch these videos are the people who tend to be really super supportive of me, you know, and have been for a long time. So I thought because of that, because you guys are wonderful and I really appreciate you, I thought we could kind of turn this into a bit of a giveaway, into a bit of fun. So I'll talk a little bit about that later. First though, I wanted to talk about the reading that I did today. First off, I started the morning with Witchbody by Sabrina Scott. This is a book I've had on my shelf for a long time now. And the reason I wanted to read this is because it's a graphic novel, so I thought it would be something light and fun for the morning, but also because it's a book we stock at my shop. And today was Friday, so it was my turn to post on our Instagram a book that, you know, we stock at the shop that we've read. So I wanted to read this. I thought it would be a good Instagram post, and that's what happened. I love this artwork. This is beautiful. I bought it so long ago that I wasn't really sure what to expect. I'm sure I had a clearer picture of what I thought it was back when I bought it, but this is years ago now. So Witchbody, clearly this is about witchcraft. So essentially, I suppose I described this on Instagram as philosophical meanderings on topics like magic, witchcraft, and environmentalism. And the book talks a lot about being in a body and how that frames our experience, and also how we interact with and have relationships with other bodies, both human and non-human. And while I liked quite a bit of this, and I remember while I was reading it, I had the thought that I would have loved this a few years ago. I have to say there was bits of it that kind of didn't quite hit home for me. I liked a lot how the author spoke about an embodied experience, and also one that is rooted in place. I think the author in particular, their experience is in an urban environment, which is certainly something I can identify with. And there was quite a big focus on the fact that this idea that we have to go out to nature and to experience untouched nature, as if that's the only way to the sacred, is definitely something that's kind of challenged in this book. And I suppose we're presented with the opportunity to reframe how we interact with our world, and to see our use of tools, for example, in ritual perhaps, as a collaborative relationship with those tools, as opposed to just like inanimate objects that we use for our own ends. So I like that general idea, but for me some parts just fell flat. For example, the author spoke a bit about how recycling isn't really the answer to our climate crisis, our environmental crisis, because it doesn't really get at the root of the problem. But it kind of feels like the author talks more about problems but doesn't really offer solutions, and kind of feels like I don't know whether it's just me, but I kind of felt an air of superiority in the text a little bit. It felt heady and philosophical, but it was talking about material, mundane things, and for me it didn't always connect, I guess. I liked the general idea, and it certainly gave me some little things to think about. There were some lines in here that I really loved, but overall it's the artwork that I think is a standout. And now, before I talk about my next book, I wanted to say that for the giveaway, what I want to do is each video to give away a book that I talk about, whether it's one that I read or just talk about. I don't know, we'll see how I go over the next few days. But I want to give away this book because, like I said, I liked it and I can certainly see positives to it, but it's not a book I'm going to return to. And so hopefully someone else will get to enjoy it. So obviously this is a used book, but I think, you know, that's part of the charm, is sharing the love. So basically how we're going to do this giveaway is I've just kind of come up with this quite spontaneously, so it might not be a foolproof plan, but basically my idea is that for any comments that you leave on the vlogs for this series, so I'll be making 4 videos, hopefully, yesterday's, today's, this video, and then 2 more. Any comments that you leave on those videos, I will put you into the draw to win one of these books. You won't get to pick, I'll just draw at random, but if you leave a comment on each video, that means you get 4 entries into the draw. And then I'm thinking in about a week's time, I'll do maybe a live chat and draw out the winners. And the book that I talked about in the first video that I would like to give away is Encounters with Nature Spirits. I mentioned briefly at the beginning in the tag that Meeting Fairies is one of my favorite books ever. It's kind of like the comfy, warm cup of tea that I go to on a very regular basis, and it was reprinted recently in this form. I have this spare copy, so this is going to be the first giveaway, and this will be the second. So like I said, leave comments, and any comment that you leave will count as 1 entry into our giveaway at the end of all of this. Now I want to talk about the book that I picked up this afternoon to read. That is The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out the Window and Disappeared. This is a book I've had on my shelf for a long time because it is one of my best friends, one of her favourite books. And she was always recommending it to me, so one day we were out at a bookshop together and I saw it, so I bought it, always with the intention of reading it. And today when I was looking through my shelf to pick up another book to read, I realised that this was a window on the cover. And I know one of the challenges is to read a book with a house on the cover. This isn't quite there, but I mean, windows are part of houses, so I feel like this is my best attempt to tick that part of the challenge off. I've set myself quite the challenge with it though, because it's a chunky book. It's like nearly 400 pages. I have, however, already read 120, so I'm pretty happy with that. If you can hear that noise, Blair is finishing up dinner. We started cooking together and then I wanted to film this so I'm not up too late tonight. And this is such a fun story so far. It's basically about this old guy who on his 100th birthday, his name is Alan, he's turning 100 today, and the mayor's coming over and everybody's coming over and making a big deal out of his 100th birthday, and he runs away an hour before this party that they've set up for him, and basically he gets himself into a lot of mischief. We also kind of have flashbacks to earlier in his life, and he has had a very interesting life. But in the present day, basically he's getting himself into a lot of trouble, and it's really quite funny. So hopefully I will finish it tomorrow. We'll see how I go. I'm certainly not going to finish it tonight, so I will talk to you more about it tomorrow. I did also play some Animal Crossing today, but only a little bit. I do want to play a little bit more tonight though, because the hot item, the item that you can make and sell for double the normal price today, is worth quite a bit of money, so I want to stack up and get me some bells to pay off my loan to my evil landlord Tom Nook. We also did go for a little walk this evening, which we've been trying to do every day. Go at least get out and stretch our legs, get some fresh air. We're very lucky we have a beautiful park and river near us, so we tend to go for a walk down there and it's always lovely. I have been reading non-stop all afternoon, and I'm like 120 pages into the very long title book about a 100-year-old man. But Blair has just finished work for the evening, so we're going to go out on our daily walk. My dinner is nearly ready though, so I'm going to head off. Don't forget to leave me some comments, tell me about the books you're reading, and I'll enter you into the draw to win one of these 2 books, or perhaps one of the 2 books I'll be announcing in the coming vlogs. Of course, I have to say a big thank you to my patrons over on Patreon for all of their support. It just means so much to me knowing that you guys all appreciate what I do, and it means a lot. And a big extra special thank you to Tracy Timmerman, Laurie, Lynette Brown, The Hales K, and Biffy Rose. Thank you so much, guys. But that is all for this vlog. Sorry it wasn't as vloggy as I had intended. Like I said, it's a bit tricky when Blair's working from home, but hopefully this weekend it will be a lot easier and I'll get some more content for you. But I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. I feel like I'm doing pretty well for this reading challenge. Let me know how you're doing if you're following along. Otherwise, just talk to me in the comments. I always love talking to you guys. And I will see you again tomorrow. So much love. Bye.